Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to New York Comic Con Live, presented by Fandom and, of course, Twitch here live on TruTV. It's good to have you here. Crowd, are we feeling good?
Yes.
Of course they're feeling good, because we're joined on stage by Joe, Merc, Hugh, and Sal from Impractical Jokers on TruTV.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
We're here.
Gentlemen, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Four fantastic comedy minds who seem to make a living out of making other people's lives absolutely hell. That was an amazing clip. That woman was so unbelievably relaxed about what was going on. How many times does it work out that way, that people that you are pranking just kind of go, I'm so terrified of these men, I think I'd just keep my mouth shut?
Almost all the time.
I didn't take her as being terrified. She was a cool New Yorker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That surprises
She's been on the
us
F
more.
train. She knows what goes on.
I'm also a really good salesman, so I kept her focused, and she bought those glasses. So
She did. We made commission on those glasses.
yeah, $10.
Yeah, you got $10 on every pair.
Well, we
sold,
split it four
except
ways.
for the ones you
Taxed.
stamped into oblivion.
Yes, absolutely.
So obviously this is going into your 6th season. Is that correct?
Yeah,
You
we're
started-
filming season 6 right now.
That's incredible, man. You started in 2011. What an amazing ride. Now, I'm obviously from the UK. You can tell by my dirty red coat accent. Oh, look, one fan of the UK in here. The rest of you are going to lynch him after this segment. And there's also a show called Impractical Jokers in the UK.
Yes.
Is there any crossover between you guys? Did you work on shows together, or?
We shot commercials together, actually. We were there promoting the American version of Jokers.
I think
and,
both play there. Right?
both play at the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
On 2 different networks, actually.
And be honest, which one's funnier?
Ours.
I've seen the British one, I'm not going to lie, and it is an awful lot of like, oh, I've put an extra lump of sugar in your tea. Whereas you're like,
guys.
They're
They're
good
good
guys. I think the British ones are funny. I think both versions have been really good.
Ours is better.
Yeah, Joe really is very strongly about ours as being
ours is
better.
funnier.
I'm not saying, Joe, that theirs is better. I'm just
Ours is
saying.
better, though.
Yeah,
They're both they're very
good.
good guys.
Yeah, but ours is funny.
they have sexier accents.
Yeah, they did,
do.
but, you know.
But
if-
ours
They're,
is
they're
funnier.
also 10 years younger and sexier.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Well,
this
that's
is
right.
but
that
this
gives
is
you 10 more years
this is
of
a bit.
wisdom.
This is what we'll do with each other. Like he's doing this right now to make us laugh. Like
There you go. He's live pranking you.
I'm sure theirs is great.
Right, but in all honesty, ours is definitely the better version between the two.
I think the crowd here might agree with that as well.
Guys, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Now, obviously, you guys are doing this show together, but you worked together for years beforehand as part of this group, the Tenderloins.
Yes.
Who formed that group? Who brought you all together into this creative
we went to
collective?
high school together
Right.
27 years ago.
Yeah.
Met and started doing comedy together. We fell in love, formed the Tenderloins Comedy Troupe after college, and we started performing live together for many years. And then started doing sketch comedy. Then we created Jokers.
So what was this sketch comedy you were doing as Tenderloins? Impro as well?
Yeah.
Was there
Improv and
improvisation?
sketch,
Okay.
yeah.
And how do you transition that into, we're a group of grown men, we're going to go out, we're going to prank unsuspecting members of the public. Who decided to take it in that direction?
Well, we had tried a couple pilots that didn't work. It was more like sketch-oriented, and then we just finally decided to do what we do best. This is just how we make each other laugh. This embarrassment type of comedy is what we just do in real life. So we said, hey, let's just try our version of that, and that's really what stuck
how
in
could we
Impractical
do the
Jokers.
least amount of work?
And have the most amount of fun.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
bring the most amount of comedy. Here's the thing, I mean, like pranks right now, huge thing on the internet, but I like your show because it actually seems there's a maturity to the pranks. They're well thought out. There is something a little bit, you're sweet to the people that you're pranking. You're not trying to make them upset or ruin their days.
We always said that the one thing that differentiates our
Yes.
show from from other pranks is that the joke's on us, and that was our big thing. Like, we don't want to be mean. We don't want people, when they find out that they've been on the show, to feel like they've been had. Like, they should feel like they just witnessed a guy go through something embarrassing rather than them.
How much do you draw on, I mean, because I'm guessing you're like in your early 20s, maybe,
Yes.
maybe 23, 24. So we all have those moments of weakness where we want to relive our teenage youth. How much of this is big boys playing as little boys?
I think all of it. I think most of it is. We sometimes, like, it's funny if you start to look what we were able to get away with.
Yeah.
And now going into season 6, like, we've been able to do bigger and bigger things. As with success comes, like, more the craziness. So we've eventually just had the craziest ideas, and they've been able to happen. Like, we wanted Sal to give birth to a cow. You know, help with a cow birth. We thought it would drive us
This wasn't
crazy.
even for the show.
Help with a cow
Yeah,
birth.
yeah.
Two different things.
Yeah, two totally different.
I can't give birth to a cow. I won't.
So we said that to our production team, and they're like, "Oh, we'll find some place," and they actually did. So
And that is
And
going to be
they
difficult because
found
first of all, you've got to
pregnant
find a cow who's into you enough to let you
Yeah.
do
yes,
that.
absolutely.
There's a whole dating period.
That
It's
was
going to
the
take a
hardest
while,
part.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys obviously do pranks, but there must be a level where you've suggested things where they've gone, legally, I don't know if that's pushing the boundary.
Well, we've always wanted to do a wedding. We've always wanted to go to a church, and at the point where the priest says, "Does anybody here have a problem? If so, speak now, forever hold your peace." We wanted the Joker to stand up, object to the wedding, go into detail why he objects, then realize he's at the wrong wedding, apologize, and leave. They won't let us do that.
That would literally ruin someone's life.
Yeah.
You can imagine the poor bride and groom who've planned their entire lives for that moment of happiness.
Wow, you sound just like the network now.
I know. I'm like Maureen Tarrant, just sitting there going, "No, you're not allowed to
Real
do that,
suit.
guys." You're gonna.
Real suit.
I mean, when you guys lose in each episode, you have to undergo some kind of punishment, and the other guy's set. Have you ever refused to do one of the punishments because it's been a little bit too much?
No, that's a gentleman's room we have. You can't refuse a punishment. It's one of them, and a punishment can't be redone. So, like, you have no fear to do something to one of your friends because they can't do it back to you. So, but we're friends first, so we don't want to murder each other for the most part.
You just want them to have sex with a cow and sire a child.
But he'll, enjoy it.
I think
That's what motivates you during the show, because you
Yeah.
don't want to lose, because the punishment, A, is usually a secret, like 90% of the time, and B, you can't say no to it, so that you have no recourse. So if you really don't want to find yourself in that situation, then you push further during the show. So that's kind of the reason we said you can't say no to it.
Do you, because you intimately know each other, guys, from when you were at high school together, so you already know what you are comfortable with as individuals. How often do you just think, you know what, I know that Sal doesn't really like doing things where he has to, be very, very nude in front of ladies. We're going to make him do something like that. Do you like twisting each other up a little bit?
We do. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. That's
If you've had a
actually
bad
the
day,
direction
when
we're
you've had a
going to.
bad week between two of you, you could really have an awful lot of fun.
That's the one thing that we figured out was if I want to do something to Sal, or we want to do something to Sal, and we're not sure if he'll like it, we'll go to Sal and be like, "What do you think if we do this to Murray?" And if he's like, "Yeah," then as far as we're concerned, that's
permission. He's just
That's
given you
permission,
okay
right?
to
Yeah. So that's we've done that a few
You've
times.
signed your own contract.
That's it.
I'm also afraid to leave the room ever, right? Because if any of us walks out to use the bathroom or something, we come
mean
back
the-
in,
you mean
and
the
the other
writer's room?
and the other three guys are whispering, and shh, shh, shh. You know they just planned something evil against you.
There's nothing worse than hearing, "Could you leave the room for a second?"
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you know
That happens a lot.
everybody's got
We just
something
want to
going
throw
on.
an idea back and forth. And also, I mean, for the fans here, what is the process and how long does that take from the idea of a concept of a prank to actually going out and filming it?
It varies. Sometimes it's days.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the technical setup,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, well, and then sometimes it's just being able to find the thing to make it happen. Like a couple seasons ago, we premiered with, we actually got to throw Sal out of a helicopter and he had to jump into a lake. And that was something we had actually come up with like 2 seasons prior, and we just couldn't find the right place for it to happen. And then eventually, like, hey, we found that lake. Our production team found some place to do it. So
Lined it out perfectly. And also, I mean, like, we're now going into the 6th season. You've obviously got a few fans here, am I right? There are a few fans here.
All right.
They're here for Adam
we love
West.
them. We love them.
Just a few here already, and a huge amount more on twitch.tv/Twitch, I'm sure, watching. So at this point, you're kind of getting recognizable. Is that a worry that you're going to hit a point where everyone just goes, "It's you guys, get out, get out"?
I try to get fatter every season to throw people off.
He's a real champ at trying to change his look via donuts.
Yes,
There you
yes,
go.
yeah.
But what would you do to like trying to mix it up? Because there's going to be a point where you're going to get
Sombreros, fake mustaches.
Yeah.
so
Well,
just
we do a lot of,
Mexican-based pranks
Mexican.
after that.
Yeah.
We do a lot of those travel episodes now.
Okay.
We've done New Orleans, we've done Miami, we
Wait a
did the
second.
cruise ship.
Are mustaches Mexican-based?
It was more the sombreros,
yeah.
moustache combo, yeah.
The answer to it is just to film in a place that has high traffic.
Yeah.
Because, if 2, 3, 4 people know us, certainly the next 2, 3, 4 won't. It's just the law of averages. So that's why we're based here filming.
Yeah.
And if we ever do go on the road, it's also to a place that is going to be densely populated. Then we have all these tricks, too, like where we have one of us go out like an hour before, like if we're going to be giving a speech or in a waiting room or wherever it is, and we'll walk around to see if anyone notices us at that point.
Yeah.
Because then if they do, we pull them out.
It's just like a numbers game. If you look here at Comic-Con, all these people know us, but there's a bunch of people walking back and forth
They
that are
have
like,
no
who are
idea.
these guys? I don't know who they are, right?
So they're going to be the next
yeah,
unsuspected
we're going to get you
victim.
later, dude. We're going to get you later.
Right.
Speaking about later.
Who here has never seen the show? See, we're going to prank you later.
You're in trouble
Yeah,
later.
You're in
what are you
trouble.
doing next Tuesday, dude? 'Cause they want to have a dinner with you. So for people who haven't seen the show or want to see the new season, what are the details of that? When's it coming out? What's going on?
New episodes are every Thursday night at 10 o'clock on TruTV, and we tour almost every weekend. You go to impracticaljokers.com to see all of our live tours.
Yeah, we're just about to
I
start.
mean, Sal, I know that we've done stand-up in here in New York at the Stand Comedy Club together as well.
Yes.
Do all of you guys do stand-up as well individually? Are there other places people can catch your creative comedy genius?
No, we tour as the Impractical Jokers, and Sal does stand-up. He's the only one.
He's the only one keeping that side chick
Yeah.
project. Just got that one in the bank just in case. Listen, guys, thank you so much for joining us here. Can we have a big round of applause for the
Thank
Impractical
you.
Jokers?
And we have our season finale. It's a live episode. We're filming a live episode on Thursday, November 3rd at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey.
Big.
And you guys can come and get tickets. They're on sale now. They're like $10 or something like that. And it's
And
gonna
where
be
can they find those tickets?
Ticketmaster.com.
Ticketmaster.com.
Yeah.
Search
November 3rd,
Impractical
Prudential
Jokers.
Center. Come. It's going to be awesome.
2-hour live event with Nitro Circus for charity.
And make sure every
we also have
Thursday
a
you
panel.
watch those brand new episodes. Thank you very much, guys. We'll be back with more
guys.
live from New York Comic Con here on Twitch.